Okay, today I'm going to talk to you about a new piece of website functionality that is the Rota menu. It's a new option that appears on the members home screen. Here it is, Rota menu. Really click here, and as I am an admin, I see a number of things here. I see the rotas that are currently available. Just at the moment we have the one rota. I can view the rota, I can assign roles to the rota, and I can configure the rota. I can also add a new rota to here and manage the roles that are available within each of the rotas. In order to go and be an admin, the member has to have either the staff admin or a new role called Rota admin. And you can go set it up using the edit members functionality. So if you view a rota, this is what it looks like. And we see here we have the various roles that are available. Down on the left hand side we see who is assigned to them, and you also see the dates coming up, each of the Sundays coming up. They'll automatically adjust as it goes through the month. And because I'm logged in, it knows I'm logged in and it knows what I'm doing, so it just highlights the fact I'm doing something next week and the week after. So I can return here. What I'm going to show you now is actually how to go and administer and create a new rota. So what I want to do is actually create a Kingdom Kids rota. Well, we don't actually have all the roles for Kingdom Kids, so I'm going to have to go into the Manage Roles option here, and here's all the roles that are currently available. None of these are suitable for Kingdom Kids, so I'm going to add a new role in here. We call it Youngest Group for the Kingdom Kids. Youngest Group. Give it a short name as well. The short name is going to be used in SMS text messages. They are limited to 160 characters, so I want to try and limit the names to as short as possible. Give it a little description here. So I'm going to say this is for Kingdom Kids role for school years 2 and 3. And add that role, and I think we should see the role there. There it is. So that's been added. Now I'm going to add on. We have in Glasgow we have 3 groups. I'm going to add the second one called the middle group. Creatively, right, and call that one middle for short name for the SMS, and I'm going to call this one here something similar. Kingdom Kids role for school years 4 and 5. Add that one. One's been added, and finally we're going to add in the eldest group. Eldest going to be his SMS name, and we're going to say this is Kingdom Kids role for pre-teen children. Okay, we're going to add that role there. So now we've got our 3 roles. Now we're going to go back, and we're going to go back to the Rota menu. Now we're going to create a new rota. So we're going to call this Kingdom Kids as rota name. Kingdom Kids. Let's go description, which is going to be Children's Ministry Rota, and it's going to contain the roles which you just added. So basically the middle group, the eldest group, and the youngest group. And region is Glasgow. If you're in a multi-region church like London, then you'll be able to pick which region that the rota would apply to. I'll add that. Now it takes us to the section to go and administer the rota here. So for this coming Sunday, I'm just going to do 1 week to make it as simple as possible and show what it looks like. So for the middle group, we actually have Mike. Mike is going to be doing that, and there's a little comment box at the bottom here. So now you can actually type in a comment what should go along with it. So I thought it'd be helpful actually could put in the curriculum PDF file name which I'll be using, the unit. So quarter 4 unit 8 lesson 2, and then for the eldest group we have Ronald is going to do that. So I can just type a name there and it will just pop up as well, and she's going to do unit 4 unit 12 lesson 3. And finally for the youngest group is Helen, and she is going to do quarter 5 unit 12 lesson 2. And to go and commit these to the database, I'm just going to click on the add button at the bottom here. So we add those in, back to that menu. So now we actually have the 2 rotas have appeared. This is the new one that we've just added. I can now view this rota, and there we see we have got people here assigned to the various roles, and we also have the lessons they're doing in the comment. Now these comments could be anything. If it's a sermon, you may want to put in the theme of the sermon, or if it's a communion talk, maybe the Hope program is going to support, or something like that, and that will just give that person who's going to fulfill that role a little bit more information about the role. Don't make it too big, don't put any essays in there, but just a few words, 3 or 4 words that will help the person fulfilling the role. So just as we go to assign the roles here, so I'll go on this one here, go and assign the roles, and the list here, this actually gets populated from the members directory, so you can only pick people who are already registered as members. If someone is going to be a guest speaker or not in the members directory, like this Sunday in Glasgow we have Bob Mosley coming, and he's going to do a communion spoke sermon, so I can just go and put his name in the comment, so people know what's going on, who's going to fulfill that role. Now what happens is every week an email will go out to all the people involved in the rota, and here's one here I sent earlier, and it just goes and says, okay, the welcome this week is going to be fulfilled by Andy Talbot, and it's the sermon by Bob Mosley. So the fulfillment of that role, because it's been left blank because not a member of Glasgow Church, we put it into the comment. Here we've got song leading, and then we've got Bob doing this as well. So this is an email that went out to Lawrence, and it tells him that he is in the role of song leading, and his description is leading the church in corporate worship. Now we can change all of these texts just by going back here, and we can just go and configure the manage the roles here, and we can change all the text that happens here. We're going to alter the rotas to see how they are configured. We can just go back here, okay, and we can change what roles will appear in our rota. So that's the end of the video about what this role-to-role stuff can do. I hope you found it interesting. Please email me if you've got any questions or any feature enhancements.